Hey everyone, welcome to Breakout Wednesday for the 17th of December 2025. It's currently about 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast, 7:30 p.m. on the East Coast. First of all, remember, this is never financial advice. I'm not the financial advisor. This is simply a video blog on how one trader sees the market, and everyone needs to take responsibility for their own decisions. All right, so a week from today is Christmas Eve. So probably going to skip that one next week, albeit family dues and all that stuff like most people. So might skip that one, but the following week I'll most likely be back. Let me just check something. Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, that'll be that'll be New Year's Eve, obviously, right? Yeah, so New Year's Eve. So yeah, who knows? I might be back on New Year's Eve, or I might leave it till the first week of Jan. But anyway, it's been a fun year for trading. I hope some people have got some stuff out of this, and back next year to bang out another 52 weeks of it. Let's get into it. So gear is in the All Lords. It's rallied up. Okay, there was this kind of support turn resistance. It's really kind of rallied up and tested it. Right, if you've been watching your levels, which is kind of this confluence of the moving averages up there too, and then it's kind of sold off a little bit. So interesting to see, but it's relatively short-term bearish sign, but who knows, might rebuild and then take that out and go higher. Who the hell knows? But there are some good trades around if we can just focus on that. So I'm just going to haphazardly roll through some names, okay, that I'm kind of watching. BGA isn't ready for me yet, but you got this overhead supply back here, which is coming up to a year ago. Last week I was talking about only taking blue sky setup, so I want at least 52-week highs, okay? Not quite there, but if this can base, see this is, resistance here, then a tight base, then it's come up, had another crack, and then it's come back down, and now for this to just be perfect, it just comes back down kind of into this base and just stays there for a while, and then it'll just be epic. Then my order would go in, and that would be that, and I would let it play out. This one, the CSC, is getting better and better. Talking about it for a few weeks now, it just keeps bobbing away. Okay, obviously there's resistance here. Okay, it's no point doing a down slope in the line, I don't think, because this resistance here is pretty close to here. It's really just been basing away for a while. So I like that now. Okay, I was kind of sitting on the fence the last 2 weeks, but now I'm ready to join on that one in a break. Okay, so that's that. Had a really good move of one of the main trades I've been crapping on about is EMR. Okay, talking about it when it was basing, then it was contracting, and when it was breaking out, and I just hope some people jumped on, because go back and listen to them, but it's clear cut. It's just one of the best sectors, basing, blue sky, rinse and repeat. Okay, it's just going to keep doing those ones all day long, all year long, and that's all I want to do really, is stuff like that. All right. Blue sky, another EVN, that super tight one. Okay, I'm still in it. Super tight Davis box I was talking about last week broke out, came back, tested the resistance turn support, and then today went back up. So let's see how she goes. FMG, okay, still bobbing away. I'm not going to spend any time on that. The IGO broke out, but I'm not in it. Kind of regret that, but that's life. KZR is basing here with the blue sky above it, so this isn't a Davis box where it's why my lines aren't drawn, but if you look here, okay, today it only did 10k worth, but obviously we've had incredible volume dry up. This can have a little bit of volume at once, so it's going to be a small positions anyway, but it's a cheap stock, it can fly, and it's put in a huge base with blue sky. Now another one of my main trades, which I've been really patient on and I've been talking about a lot, is RRL, which is a simple Davis box break back here, and it's had all these retracements to its 21-day exponential line. This is why I love moving averages, because this comes out, breaks out, fakes out, maybe comes back down, and everyone's freaking out. Oh shit, it's down, fake out, blah blah blah. But I just love these moving averages. They're like my little, support lines, little, helpers. They give me like moral support and confidence, and I just take a step back and say, hey, it's cool, as long as this thing bounces off its 21-day line, then it's still in a strong uptrend, okay? And that's what it did, and so it just gives me the confidence to stick with it because it bounced, and I talked about this the last few weeks, and then today we had a nice up day and it closed in its high. So I'm holding in there, and touch wood, it's just getting started, okay? Now, just some interesting names that I've been looking at mainly in Darvis scans and stuff. But BSL, right? Look at a monthly chart, look at that base that I've talked about maybe a month or two ago. That's like a huge base on a monthly chart, okay? But then it's coming up in daily Darvis box scans and stuff here, right? Had that on 150. Sometimes I put that on 150. I really like it, by the way. I don't know why. Find some good stuff. But anyway, and it's coming up in these tighter Darvis scans within this major structure. And I'm not going to pretend that I understand the fundamentals of steel in the world, but I promise you do your scans, do your homework, and this is not the only steel name coming up in setups. Okay, the Aussie doesn't have heaps, but search Nissi, mainly the Nissi. Just spend some time on there, and there's a lot of steel names. And so, is there something brewing? Is it a bit like how I've been talking about BH and Rio and all the shit that I think's brewing there? Probably, I definitely think that there's some writing on the wall here with Blue Scope. Okay, it's not every day that you see bases like that. It really isn't. This is just some huge structure it's put in. If it can clear that, then I just know that in the self-managed super fund, I'm going to be betting on it substantially. In terms of like a weighted. If you have a portfolio and you have X amount of cash in that fund and you're trying to weight it, then I'll be moving a decent chunk, not 90% of the count or anything, but like a decent chunk so you can feel it into a name that's breaking out of a massive base on monthly data. Talked too long about that, didn't I? Shit. Let's go to NEM, one of the biggest gold stocks in the world. What's going on my internet? One sec. Alright, so NEM, alright, so this is obviously just, it'd be nice for it to rest a bit. It's had a bit, a bit of a rally and a big gap up here, but on a weekly chart, it's got, it's just based in here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, kind of 8 to 9 weeks. Blue sky above it, and it's gold. So I always say it, but gold, once it uptrends, it can just keep uptrending for so long, and I don't know how high gold's going, but all the signs here are pointing to higher, right? When you have massive gold names breaking out. NST, keep talking about it, but it's basing again. Just do a little shit. Sorry guys, I'm typing the wrong thing here. But let's just go back to daily. Let's have a look at the Darvis. Just shitloads of Darvis boxes on NST. So it's another one basing. So many gold names, right? When you do all your scans. TTM. Yeah, I would need longer. Like I don't want this racing from the lows. I just want it to settle and VCP right before that breakout level, but it's on the watch list. If you just always have a look at the gold ETF, it's great to get your bearings. Another gold name, like there are other sectors like some copper stocks too that are looking strong and stuff, but do your scans. Like you've got gold names, you've got some copper names, you've got steel names, and there's just not that many from other sectors, are there? And goes to show, like some of the old leaders, like if you go through it, like I'm long gone from zero, but shit, you wouldn't have been left bag holding this thing. It's just free falling. Hey, some of those old leaders are like just legit bear markets. What's another one? Like I bailed on this one too. I haven't looked at like shit. Like I'm glad I bailed on that as well. Like it's just there's some blood out there, and there's some massive pain for people who don't believe in risk management. And it just goes to show it doesn't matter, like, if you're in a stock that's up big and you think you're smart and you're doing really well and you're patting yourself on the back, just remember that, it doesn't matter. Xero is a great company, but it's currently just, it's down, like 50% nearly. It's coming up, not quite yet, it's 50% pretty much, right? So it's like not quite, obviously, like let's call that 40%. But it's getting hammered, right? Like you're just giving back huge amounts of profit, and it will happen for all the leaders. They don't ever lead forever, and these gold names eventually will happen for them. Um, and just remember you got to have an exit plan and a risk management plan, and let's smash it next year, everyone. And I need some stuff I need to get through. This is totally. There's a YouTube channel which I'm going to post to here, but it's got how-tos and everything. Okay, so I'm just going to post to the forum and remind everyone that. But hit me up on here if you ever need anything. It can be a little bit slow sometimes in getting back to people, but I always get back. I'm pretty reliable on that front. Eventually, I will respond. Cheers, everyone. Have a good Chrissy. Get on the forum, have some fun, and get ready for next year. And most importantly, do your recaps. Go through all the trades for this year, bar none. Figure out what worked, what didn't work, why did it work, and then formulate your playbook. I.e., what is your A+ setup? Okay, have it clearly in your head. Print it off. Put it on the wall of your house, if your bedroom or your bathroom or wherever, so that it ingrains into your head what your A-class setup is. Right. I don't. It doesn't come as news to anyone that my A-class setups are these sort of things. Okay, blue sky, strongest sector, tightening VCP, breakout. Okay, that's it. Okay, I don't need anything else. Literally, that's it. And if you can figure out what yours is, then you are 99% of the way ahead of everyone else. And that is pretty much as close to the holy grail as you ever get, just knowing exactly where your A+ setup is. Cheers, guys. Catch ya.